Hi everybody, I'm Sylvain from Econ Doctor, and today I want to demonstrate a new tool that I have recently designed and which focuses on IB economics extended essays. It's a very comprehensive tool. It allows you to assess the suitability of a research question, to assess the quality of your extended essay drafts, but also to give feedback on your reflection forms. To access this tool, just go to the main website, econdoctor.com, create an account, log in, and then click on Extended Essays. So you'll find the three main categories: research questions, drafts, and reflection forms. To demonstrate this tool, I'm going to use an extended essay sample that can be found on Brad Cartwright's website. I'm a big fan of Brad's resources. I remember attending one of his workshops 2 years ago when I started teaching IB economics and using his amazing resources for teachers. It really gave me a lot of confidence before starting teaching this very challenging course. So if you have not yet explored his website, I can only encourage you to give it a try and have a look at all the amazing resources that he has. So today I'm going to use one of the extended essay samples that he shares. So this one has actually scored 28 out of 34, so a pretty strong extended essay in economics that should score an A, I guess, a low A, but an A anyway. So this document has it's the entire extended essay, okay, including the reflection form at the end, which we will need to assess criterion E. So that's the main document that we can use today to demonstrate this tool that I created. Okay, obviously the first thing we have to do is to add the research question. So I put everything on Word documents simply so I can copy and paste more easily. So the research question: how effective has Metro's pricing strategy been in reducing the negative externalities of car consumption in Moscow? So we simply add the research question and we can analyze it. So what I found, because I attempted several ways to analyze research question and even extended essays using different AI models, is that it's much more accurate, reliable, effective if you split the analysis into several dimensions instead of just having one overall analysis that tries to assess altogether if the research question is suitable. So I identified several dimensions, including the potential for analysis and evaluation, the feasibility of the research, the student engagement, the alignment with the economic syllabus, the potential to use economic tools. That's why you have a progress bar, because in fact this analysis will look at different dimensions, one after the other. That just makes the system much more effective and accurate. So you see, it's quite quick. In the meantime, what we can do is to add the draft. Okay, so we have the draft. Let's just call it sample one. Okay. And we click on next. And the only thing I got to do is to upload the extended essay. Okay, so I deleted the reflection form from that document. So this PDF I am uploading is just the extended essay. Okay, without the reflection form. We'll deal with the reflection form a bit later. So I upload this document. And the last thing we'll have to do is to add the reflection form, which is here. Okay, so we have the initial reflection, so same thing. I'm just going to copy and paste. So you see now it's there. Let's launch the analysis because it's going to take some time. And in the meantime, I'm going to add the reflection form. So you see it really looks like the final document: first reflection session, interim reflection, final reflection, with a word count, because you know it's limited to 500 words. So let's just copy and paste each form: interim reflection. The reason for which I lock it is because it needs to be locked before you can analyze. Okay, lock. And I'm going to do two things. I'm going to analyze first each form one by one. So analyze initial reflection. The reason for which I allow to analyze forms one by one is because in the extended essay process, students usually write the first reflection session quite early in the process, and they may want to receive feedback as soon as they write it. Okay, you don't want to wait until your entire reflection form, like the three components, are ready before you can analyze them. So that's why I included this feature that allows students to analyze every part of their reflection forms separately. Same thing, analyzing the uh, interim reflection, final reflection, and the last one here, so we have the total word count, just 4 words below the maximum. We'll analyze the reflection form all together, okay? Like all 3 components, and of course, that's criterion E out of 6 marks. So let's just analyze the whole thing. Okay, in the meantime, I think now everything has been launched, analyzed, so let's see what happens. So for the research question, we have a suitability score of 8.75 out of 10. So that makes it a strong choice. You have an overall feedback. I'll let you pause the video if you want, if you need more time to read each feedback for each criterion. So first dimension that was analyzed, focus and economic alignment. Okay, scoring 2 out of 2, so that's good. Like a happy face means 2 out of 2. Data and method feasibility, you have this orange neutral face means 1 out of 2, means okay, but perhaps not perfectly suitable. And again, you have some feedback that supports this score. Analytical depth and evaluation, same thing, 2 out of 2. Student engagement potential, 2 out of 2. So overall, it is fair to say that this is a pretty good research question for an IB economics extended essay. Now, okay, the draft is almost analyzed. It takes time, as you can imagine. It's pretty difficult to analyze like the whole extended essay. In the meantime, let's have a look at the reflection form. Okay, so I have the feedback for the first reflection form, so the analysis was finished. Again, feel free to pause the video if you want to have a look at it in more detail. The interim reflection, we have the feedback. Okay, so it looks, here it is. The final reflection, we have the feedback, all good. And the engagement, it scores 4 out of 6. So you have like these are the official IB descriptors, the different bands. And of course, the feedback, again, supporting why a score of 4 out of 6 was provided, was awarded for that criterion. Okay, so keep that in mind, 4 out of 6 for criterion E for that extended essay. Okay, I guess we'll have to be a bit patient for this one. There is a final component that needs to be analyzed. Again, for the extended essay overall analysis, they are actually 5 different scripts that will analyze the extended essay, each of them looking at a particular dimension. And what I did is that I created one script for each assessment criterion. There are 4, criterion A to D, plus an overall assessment. Okay, we're done. So let's see, we have 26 out of 28. Well, that making it a very strong extended essay. So it is scored out of 28 because remember, this part excludes the reflection forms, so excludes criterion E, which we have assessed separately. So that's why it's scored out of 28. If we add the 4 marks that were awarded for criterion E, that would be 30 out of 34, which is an A, right? So making it a pretty strong extended essay. And if you remember well, this sample that was shared by Brad actually obtained 28 out of 34. So you see that we are not too far. Pretty accurate, pretty reliable if we want to know how strong a draft is. But what is the most important is not so much the predicted grade, even though it gives useful information. What is important is the feedback. So you receive an overall feedback that basically summarizes the quality of the draft from all perspectives. And then it breaks it down by criterion. Okay, so criterion A, focus on method, same thing, you have a score, so 6 out of 6. really good. And again, you receive feedback to support why this score was awarded for that particular dimension. Same thing for knowledge and understanding. Same thing, pause the video if you need to have a look at the feedback in more detail. Critical thinking, 10 out of 12. Presentation, 4 out of 4. So you have the feedback, you have the score. So you see, we now have every aspect of the extended essay analyzed. The research question, probably something you should do early in the process when you're still narrowing it down, trying to find a suitable a topic to investigate and a suitable research question. The draft, so of course you can do it once, twice, 3 times, and you can refine it and follow the feedback to ensure that your draft is going to be as good as possible, that it's going to meet the requirements from the IB, so you have the highest possible score. And do not neglect criterion E, the reflection form. 6 marks, right, out of 34. That can make the difference between a B and an A, between a C and a B. So it's really something that you should, as a student, focus on, and do not underestimate how important it is. Again, since you can analyze each component of this reflection form independently, that's something you can do, as soon as you've met your supervisor for the first meeting, you can write your first reflection session, analyze it. So providing you with support and guidance throughout the entire process. All right, I hope you found this video useful, and that most importantly you will enjoy using this tool, whether you are a teacher or a student. I really hope that it's gonna help you to write the best possible extended essays in economics. Thanks everyone, have a good day, see you soon, bye bye.